Hello YouTube. It's about 72 degrees in my shop this morning. It's about not quite 9:30. Had some sprinkly days. Humidity's really nasty though. We got a dew point in the 60s. So it's better inside the building here actually if you walk outside. And it's gonna probably be about at least 80 today. That's enough to make humidity nasty. Enough about the weather. I need some ideas for a project. I know I've asked before. I don't get a whole lot of input, but maybe this might be interesting enough. This is a piece of brass pipe. It's 1-inch OD, 7/8 ID, which is a 1/16 of an inch wall thickness. Can you see that? That's just with a little bit of sandpaper and steel wool. So it's not real pitted. You know, there's some scratches. Before I tell you what it is, can you guess what it's off of? Here's the kind of hint what I kind of look at too. See that kind of weird pitting on there? It's got a hole in each end. One end's been ripped out. I saved this from the junk man. Do not ask me what this was. I think I might have ground into it or something to see how good a brass it was. I could have took a grinder to it or something. I do not know why I would have done that. Maybe the junk man did it to make sure it wasn't brass coated. I saved it. They think pennies per pound, you know. You offer them $10 or something like this. Oh no, they'll take junkyard for $1. You know, oh no, brass is worth $2 a pound. Well, this thing weighs about less than a loaf of bread. I mean, come on. Less than $2. You know, a lot of them think that way. I'm not criticizing them, but they think pennies per pound. You know, that's why I call it pennies per pound, whatever. They'll scrap it. Can you guess what this is off of? Because I know what it's off of. The junk man thought it was a piece of drain pipe. Well, that's all the better for me because he probably figured it was all corroded inside. No, it ain't corroded inside. It's just dirty inside. I'm going to tell you what it is. When I went to school, our school building was so old that on the gymnasium we had the fire exit door with the push bar. So you got a lever on each side. It's a push bar. And then you had the kick plate. I kicked myself for not buying one of them brass kick plates. They wanted like $10 for it. I got a fly in there, so you see me go on a rampage with a fly swatter all of a sudden, start freaking out. You know I'm trying to kill it, and I take my hat. Kill it, kill it. Anyway, any distraction, right? The devil puts up distractions, stumbling blocks when you're trying to do something good. What can I make out of this? It's not thinking of to make a cannon because, well, for firecrackers, but you don't have nothing to carve or shape with. My little lathe is limited to 5 inches. My old lathe is just not good enough. The chuck is bad. You'd still have to put something in there, in one end of it. Excuse me if I tried to get a fly. I almost had him. Give me some ideas. What can I do with this? I have 25 inches of usable length. I say this is where everybody put their sweaty hands. See, it's got that funky pitting to it. Everybody put their sweaty hands on there of pushing the door open all the time. It's down on one end more than the other. Because look. See? I say this is where everybody's sweaty hands went. All the time. Pushing it open. Because it ate like little bitty, not really deep pits. There is a little bit of pitting. I'm sure it would smooth up good enough to make something. I still got at least half of it without that. So, what do you think? We'll snap some photos of it. And we'll take a good one of this nice shiny yellow brass. Poor man's gold. And see what we think. What can we do with this? I've had this thing piece laying around for 10 years. I had it hid. I had it lost. I found it. I took it off to my little work shed and lost it again because I had it tucked in a corner. You know, afraid somebody's going to come along and grab it for scrap. So, stay tuned for further developments, and thanks for watching.